In April 2023, the partner of Recovery Fund Project by 𝐏𝐫𝐸𝐿 program met in Antwerp, hosted by 𝐼𝐼 for the midterm review. The midterm review was an opportunity to meet and interview S+ about the role of the interviewer, the program officer, and the contact point of the Italian Ministry of Health.
As part of my role as a reviewer in the 𝐏𝐫𝐸𝐿 projects, I support and participate in the selection of the projects that get financed at the proposal stage. But I also, then once the project is approved for financing, I follow also the midterm review, the final review, and provide reports and adjust the requirements for the projects that come through, and support them all the way from approval to final review. I typically like to focus on whether the product or the project actually addresses a need of the older adults and can actually intervene in reducing isolation, perception of loneliness, or actually deliver active and assisted living longer, living independently longer at home, and an alignment with the overall framework that the 𝐏𝐫𝐸𝐿 project should observe. As on top of that, I also typically look at what is the outcome at the end of the project. Typically, in the midterm reviews, I try to guide and give feedback towards accelerating some aspects in order to get to a commercialization.
My role as reviewer, it's really to try and absorb a lot of documentation that you've submitted to 𝐏𝐫𝐸𝐿. So there's a lot of preparation that goes on to this. You can't just walk into an interim review not knowing what you're reviewing. So you've got to have a good insight into that, and you need to have discussed it with the other reviewer. The most important things I focus on is what the team are not telling me. Because like today, you're very focused on the product. You've made great progress with it, but there are certain things, and you've considered the IPR angle, and you start to consider the commercialization angle. But what I'm saying is that there are, when I'm listening to this, when I'm hearing you pitch, I find I'm missing things, and that's what prompts me to ask my questions. And some of it comes through and is reinforced by what I've read from your documentation, but I'm just triggered by not hearing something. I think what's also important is to look at the interactions between the team members, the consortium members, because I'm trying to see also, are there tensions here? Are there disagreements here? Or are these people genuinely, have they formed a very good team? They're communicating very well, they complement each other. And that's what the impression that I got today, for example.
The exercise of the midterm review is often lived as a judging or assessing exercise, but it should really be seen as a way to have a status point sometime in the lifetime of the project, where people from the program can give, feedback and really help the people from the project redirect their activities if necessary, or be reassured on some things that they have done. So for me, it's really crucial, because in the lifetime of a project at 𝐏𝐫𝐸𝐿, it's really the only moment when we get to meet. My role is really as a facilitator of the whole discussion, but also I'm here to represent the program and to represent also part of the Commission, the European Commission. So I'm not acting as a European Commission member, but I am representing the CMU, the Central Management Unit of 𝐏𝐫𝐸𝐿, who is granting the EC part of the funding. So I'm more so there to represent, the program. But really, most of the work is in the review is done by obviously the experts and the consortia. I'm really there to make sure that things are going well, on time, and to give advice on how the program works and what are the options for the projects.
We are a funding agency, a funding institution, so we follow the applicants from the beginning of the consortium creation, in the proposal submitting, and then we take part to the eligibility checks, to the allocation of the grants, of the funds, and then we follow the consortium and our funded institutions along the whole project. During the midterm and the final report, when we can, we try to participate in the meetings to assess the good development of the project, and we are also some mediators among the applicants, the participants, and the AL officers in case of criticalities, issues of administrative kind.
The suggestions and feedback received on the status of the project allow WID to plan future activities.
We have just concluded the midterm review of the Recovery Fund project. It was a very positive experience with the reviewer that was really out in terms of impact and the possibility to exploit the result in the market in the future.